You probably know Ed from town. He's in some band.
Ed Domer.
Oh yeah, the drummer.
Yes. Yes, me and Ed have played together for years.
I bet. And he teaches Albie and some other like elementary school students, and they just wail on buckets to like AC/DC.
Oh, that's fun.
Buckets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Ace Hardware buckets.
Yeah, yeah.
Why? Okay. Check, check.
Changed his mind.
I'm experimenting with no wires.
When it comes with dance moves.
I'm expecting a few more people, right? My niece will show up with 5 people in a moment.
I think that your gang is about half of the
I'm not
expected
surprised. It's
amount.
yeah, it's okay. Help me out. The name of the woman across the room it's Stefan's wife, right?
It's Brad's wife.
Brad's wife. Leah. And her name? Leah. Leah. Leah? Sorry.
Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and
My daughter, Leah. Got it. That is my daughter's name. Yeah. You have the same name as my daughter.
Same, spelled the same?
Lea? No, she doesn't have.
Hey.
Right, right. Is it being broadcast or is it being broadcast into the room?
I have a little speaker over here.
Oh, so it should,
So I'm just trying to be a little louder than everyone else, just for fun.
yeah,
Kind of we're preparing ideas for the new sanctuary
okay.
of what it'll take to do sound properly when we get thousands of people at Shabbat.
Well, and the sanctuary is gonna have to be a little bigger inside then. But the one thing I noticed is that it doesn't have a lot of, like the space.
It's about the same size as this, really.
Oh,
I mean, it holds about 50 to 70, I think.
the space doesn't hold 50, does it? Yeah?
Well, this holds, I think it'll hold up right more in the 40 range,
Yeah? All right.
because it's kind of cluttered. It's not
Well, yes,
as
and
usable.
it's also not square, I mean, it's not configured ideally for lots of reasons.
Hi, Carl.
Hello, Carl.
Did you talk to Larry? Did you talk to Larry?
Yes,
And
of course.
Is he coming?
My understanding was that we were gonna share it.
Awesome.
Yeah, but I said I would start because I have just 2 sentences, and I was intending it to talk to kids. I mean, because I realized there would be children here, and it's really very basic. And in fact, spoiler alert, I was going to say we build the sanctuary not for God but for ourselves,
Ah,
because we are the ones that need the space. Plot twist. That's right. For God, is that it? May I? Yes. Sure. Thanks. Can I get you some water? I'll be happy to do that.
I love some.
Right. Hot or cold?
Cold.
Is that right? Calories?
Thank you.
Ellie, guess how many calories I have?
Hod ve'hadar. Hod ve'hadar. Lefanav. בתפארת במקדשו. הוד והדר, הוד והדר בתפארת במקדשו, בתפארת במקדשו, בתפארת במקדשו, בתפארת במקדשו, בתפארת במקדשו. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, page 2, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. This one isn't in the book. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving. I'll be a living sanctuary for you. ועשו לי מקדש ושכנתי בתוך עם, ואנחנו נברך יה מעתה לעד עולם. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving. I'll be a living sanctuary for you. ועשו לי מקדש ושכנתי בתוך עם ואנחנו נברך יה מעתה ועד עולם. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. That was a little foreshadowing of what's coming up in our drash. Bim bum, bim 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 bum, bim 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 bum, shiri biri biri bim bum, bim 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 bum, bim 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 bum, shiri biri biri. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom. Bim bam bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, chiri biri biri bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, chiri biri biri. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom. Deborah, will you help me bless the children?
I am honored to bless the children, and tonight I'm especially honored because I have my niece and nephew visiting from Pittsburgh, Kate and Mac Booker, and their children, Solomon, Pearl, who was bat mitzvah last year, and Teddy, whose bat mitzvah is coming up. And they're visiting from Pittsburgh, and they're leaving tomorrow. So I'm going to move over to here and put my hand on their heads so that and they can in turn put their hands on their children's heads. All right, so we start and we bless the sons. Okay, Yismei Elohim, Kesora, Yismachah Elohim, Kefraim.
Page 48.
Sorry, page 48. First we got with the sons. Yismachah Elohim, Ephraim and Manasseh. May God make you like Ephraim and Manasseh. Okay, we bless the daughters. Yismei Elohim, Kesora, Rivka, Rachel, Leah. We can't quite reach around the table to bless each other, but get close to the person next to you as you bless them with this blessing, which is the priestly blessing. The priestly blessing. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Yo'er Adonai v'novelecha, v'yichunecha, Yisod Adonai v'novelecha, v'yasem lecha shalom. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord turn his spirit unto you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord turn his spirit unto you and grant you peace. Amen.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha, Yisod Adonai panav elecha, v'yasem lecha shalom. Let's light our candles. You got some candles in front of you, you gotta light them.
While you're lighting the candles, I'll just read something to look at. Please light them. And look at what holds the flame to the wick. What holds the flame.
Oh, they don't.
What holds the flame to the wick is black space. There's nothing there. That's where the air comes in. It is that nothingness, the empty space, on which the entire flame rests. Without that black space, you would not have the flame. Heschel speaks of Shabbat as a time to leave the realm of physical space in order to take the step into the realm of eternity, God's realm, the realm of seeming nothingness, yet that realm upon which all else rests. Let it all slip away as you reach for that black which surrounds the wick, God's place, the place of Shabbat. Now we say the blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlikne shel Shabbat. Page 11. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad ishmi'anu el hamiuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shemo tiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor haveracha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri ki ba'wech kumi ori shedaber hi kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Last verse. Bo miracham ater etzva
Please stand.
tam b'simcha v'saolah zoch emunei am segula bo yichala Shabbat nekavela, l'chatati likrat kala, Shabbat nekavela. Page 22. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ushmor tzedkeinu uvoeinu lechaim u'shalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Sometimes I lay beneath the moon, thank God I'm breathing. I say, please don't take me soon, 'cause I'm here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around. 'Cause all my life I've been waiting for, praying for the people to say, we don't wanna fight no more, there'll be no more war, and our children will play one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim.
It's such a beautiful prayer, and what it says is that we are spread over and covered by the Sukkot of peace from God. And so the last sentence of the last poem at page 22 on the bottom, you see that, Kate, where it says, watch over me? Would you read that, please?
Watch over me, as a parent peers on a sleeping child. Be the presence I feel, soft, sheltering, strong, cradling me to safety. Your canopy over me, under me, surrounding me, sheltering me with peace.
Amen. And we hope we're sheltered with peace, and now it's time to think about those who are not having so much peace because they are in pain or suffering, and we want to pray for their recovery. And so I invite you to say the name of someone, if they would be comfortable having their name said, who needs a prayer of healing, and we'll do the prayer of healing. I will say the names of Roy Gamzee and Linda Birnbaum.
I'll say Rafe Comrades.
Paul Beswick.
Margaret Rea.
Karen Martin. Mishaberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzhak Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel Leah Yivarech Virape et Achonim Rifana אבותינו אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, שרה, רבקה, רחל ולאה, יברך וירפא את החולים. Welcome. Hey, there's some looking for prayer books.
Yes.
So we got prayer books.
There are two prayer
We got
books
keep
right
us.
here.
Yeah, we've got Matt. Here you go, Jess.
We have them right. All right, there are two seats right here. Yeah.
Well, we've got a double drosh, a dual drosh,
Yeah.
a die drosh.
Yes, right. I'm just going to begin with a few remarks, and then Larry is going to follow with more details about the most amazing thing that we are in fact doing. This parsha is Terumah, and it's in Exodus chapters 25 to 27. And Terumah means gifts or donations. And there's one sentence I'm just going to focus on, and that is, tell the Israelite people to bring me gifts. You shall accept gifts for me from every person whose heart is so moved. The gifts are detailed, skins, oils, jewels, etc. But every person must bring something. Every person whose heart is so moved. So we are in the process, as many of you know, of creating a new sanctuary. These people that are being asked to bring gifts, where did they get them from? Where did the gifts come from? They just made it through the desert. How did they have anything at all? They didn't, but they had to find them, right? Sometimes they had to search in themselves to find them. And the point was that every person had to search for something in their own heart that they could give. And so everybody here, no matter how little or big, has something they can give to bring to the new sanctuary. Some of us are giving money, some of us are giving time, some of us are giving both. And like as Larry is, and we are all together on this, though. It's a way to build a community. Well, one of the commentators that I read said that there are two great acts of creation in the Torah. All right, so what's the first act of creation? What's the first?
Let there be light.
Right, the creation, Bereshit, right? God creates the heaven and the earth, and light, and animals, and ultimately people. But the second act of creation, there's a second act of creation in the Torah. And this is it. This is the creation of the Beit HaMikdash. This is the creation of the holy sanctuary. And the sanctuary is a thing, but it's also not a thing. It's a place. It's a special creation. And the rest of Exodus really is all about the sanctuary and what it is. But the words that are used in Bereshit and the words used to build the Torah are quite similar. To bless, to sanctify, to complete the work. But why is this necessary? Why does God need a home? Does God need a home? Teddy? Does God need a home? No. No. Who needs the home?
I think it's for us.
Yes. 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 It's not, God doesn't need a home, right? He or she, wherever God is, right? But before this moment in Torah, where does God appear to us?
Giving
In
the commandments?
in the dream, yes, in giving us commandments. Where does Jacob meet God? Yes, yeah, in wrestling in a dream, right? God comes in a dream. God comes. Where else does God? Where does Moses see God? In a bush, right? God is in these miracles. That's where God is, right? But what the real message of this portion of the Torah is that God doesn't need the place. We do. We need the place. We need to create a community, a space for all of us that is a sacred space to be together. And I'll just leave you with one interesting note. The word for the Mishkan comes from 3 Hebrew letters, Shin, Kof, Nun. Shin, Kof, Nun, which is also the root for Shekhinah. The Shekhinah, of course, is the mystical holy presence of God that is everywhere, but it's also in the Mishkan. Shin, Kof, Nun. And so with that, I will turn it over to Larry to talk about what we're really going to be doing with the new.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
If the sanctuary that's being built is for us as a community or us within as individuals, which I think it is, why are we bringing gifts to God?
Because we are to take from our hearts to build this. So this is supposed to be a communal effort, and everybody.
I get that, but why is God saying, bring me gifts?
Why does God? Where else would they go?
It's a connection. It's a means of connection.
Yeah, I think
like
I think it's just it's a sharing, because when there's a gift to the community, it can be seen as a sacred gift, but they are gifts that are used to build the Mishkan that everybody appreciates. And you know what I was going to talk about, I don't know if I should, that's a good segue right into the creation of sacred space, which is what this whole parsha is about. And you know, we all think of natural sacred space, but this parsha is very explicitly about a divinely inspired but man-made sacred space, and it's incredibly specific. It reads like architectural specifications. I don't know. How many of you have read this parsha? It's bit by bit, piece by piece, and it's kind of hard to follow. It's like reading architectural specifications. You tend to just get lost, and it's a little dull until you can visualize. So, you know, I look for I'm a visual person, right? I'm an architect, so and we can pass these around, because, you know, the Holy of Holies, the Mishkan, as this is called, was a portable sacred space, because they're wandering around. We've got kind of 2 different graphics. Nobody saw it, but from the parsha, there's these images that people have created, and these, you know, so many panels on the side, but then there is the larger area, and then within the quote Holy of Holies. So it's about kind of the creation and the layering of space, and I find the whole process fascinating. And when you read the parsha, it's all about details. It's very, very detail oriented. And then we can pass these around. You know, this is passing. You know, artist's kind of conception. But one, you know, as I, you know, in the design world, realize it's our job to sweat the details. But in the end, people don't care about the details. It's the whole that we care about. How the place as a whole really comes together, and how it feels. And it's interesting that here you have divine instructions that are saying exactly that. Get the details right. But then when you do that, the whole will be inspiration. It'll be sacred. It'll be uplifting. And then, you know, I thought of that in the design kind of frame of thought. But then, you know, as I listened to Judd play music, he knows the details of his song. He knows the notes and the music theory. We appreciate the music.
and there's just something, very simple about that. We could go through anything that we create that way. It's back to the instructions. It's a whole series of words. The words are the means. And it's important to use the right words. But in the end, the words aren't the goal, it's the story or the instructions that are the goal. I thought it might be helpful or interesting to talk about sacred space overall and what sacred spaces have inspired us and what is it that makes a sacred space. And then, of course, since I'm working on our new sacred space, I thought I'd bring some graphics of, what our sacred space is going to look like. And as in the Mishkan, there's a very specific number of panels. So we have like waves in our ceiling and panels of a piece of art. And we can talk about this afterwards. But I couldn't resist sharing graphics, images of the portable Mishkan that somehow was hauled around the Sinai for 40 years, along with a concept drawing of our sacred space, which is not going to be portable. But you can pass those around. And we can talk about them afterwards.
Pass this one around
So,
that way.
any discussion on sacred space? What is it about spaces that moves you? How is it? In the end, the goal is the feeling within. But how is it that the space can reinforce that?
Sometimes beautiful stained glass windows in churches
Yeah.
are beautiful.
Yeah. So the art and the
Yeah. I wanted to get, Sandy, there's a further answer to you that came from one of the things I was reading, and that is that basically it's blessed to receive, and that there is a commandment to accept the donations as well as to give them. So there is actually a discussion about why is this? Why is this? And the answer is not because God needs it, but because we do. And
I would suggest the commandment on you to give it to yourself.
to give it to yourself,
Yeah.
well, to make space in your heart
Yes.
for, that the sanctuary,
Or to find it in your heart. It's probably already there.
that's well said. Right, to find it in your heart. But Larry's question, where have you found sacred space? Well, the mountains, of course, right?
Yeah, sacred space. But what is it about man-made sacred spaces? I'm curious, because I actually, want to know. I'm doing my design homework research here. What is it that for others, in sacred spaces, and specifically man-made sacred spaces that have moved you?
How about the small chapel?
Yeah. And what is it about that space?
I don't know, but you can tell.
Yeah,
by voice.
well, and actually, I think that's a good answer, Sandy. I don't know, because, as a designer, I think the goal is that it works, and others try to think.
has a
I
warmth.
try to think about what works, and I would say in that little chapel, the old log chapel, yeah, it's the proportions, it's cozy, the materials, the quality of light, the history of the space, because it's somehow absorbed, all the people that have been there through time and however we
The large
perceive that.
chapel also is, I think, quite.
It's a
Both.
beautiful building. I've spent a lot of time in there pondering how it's put together and why it's a sacred space. And again, I think it's the proportions and the materials and, it's all the details, but in the end, it's how they come together as a whole. So,
How's the construction going? When are we gonna move in?
any minute
It's
now.
amazing, and it's going great, and we're
Yeah.
moving swiftly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of details, you have not been ensconced in the worship seating chair sphere. It's a whole community of people who discuss worship seating in the middle of it.
I
love it.
put your chairs in
Did you
this
put my chairs in
drawing.
there? All
Yeah,
right.
check it out, Mary.
Oh, good. We're gonna be ordering some chairs. And
Yeah, here, you can
we're
keep
not doing
this
those
one.
leather ones though. Sorry, Larry. But but
I was gonna say like natural,
I thought that.
Natural materials.
natural light.
Oh, and
natural
Yeah.
light. Yeah, it's
Light.
so
Natural
light.
light, okay, so natural light, yeah, good light, yeah,
And like-
yeah.
This is very warm colors.
If anyone wants to come over and see it, just text us, email us. You can have a little tour.
Yeah,
We're doing lots of them next week.
Yeah,
doesn't
often,
look like that,
often
though.
some kind of stained glass window,
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
You can
so artwork, but it's the window, but
The
it's really
light-
the light,
coming through the
colored
glass.
light, and,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, thanks, Larry.
Okay.
Chairs.
but the color of the, I mean, I think the color, the kinds of things that, that Lori and Dan have done, where the light goes through the different colors of glass, that's just
Yeah.
often.
And actually, the renderings aren't complete because I think we are going to have some colored glass in these back windows here.
Oh, that would be lovely.
So, yeah, thanks for the reminder. The rendering is not complete.
Well,
Larry, is
No,
this
it's,
cloth?
Those,
Sort of
those are,
cloth.
those, well, they're actually an acoustic felt.
Will it feel like cloth?
They're gonna feel like clouds.
Okay.
And
Oh.
we're gonna
That's what
have
I'm after.
stars up above them.
Oh.
Literally.
Really?
Got Sam Singer to figure out the constellations for us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we have our resident astronomer, so.
Yeah.
He's talking
Yeah.
about clouds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we have the clouds, and when it goes dark, then you'll see the stars above the clouds,
For real?
for real.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
pinpoint lights.
Yeah,
Cool. Larry's explaining it. The white is gonna look like clouds, but then
Yeah.
there's also gonna be,
It does
in your
look like
room,
Yeah.
you've got
like-
stars on the
yeah,
ceiling.
right, and then Shannon's painting a forest on the wall.
Forest
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
river
so it's very literal.
Is it
We
go-
have
These are
a
gonna be
forest
stained
and
glass.
clouds and stars and all of that.
It's
How
kind
much
of
bigger is it
amazing.
gonna be than what we have here?
It's actually a very similar size, but it's proportioned.
Yeah, we can actually use
It's
it
a
all.
rectangle.
But
Yeah.
we can't use
Yeah.
all of this stuff.
Yeah, no, but I
It'll-
mean, it
it's
would be
bigger
like,
though.
you're off, it'll be like,
It's like this whole space,
Without the, yeah.
yeah,
without all the
yeah, without all the
weird
extra
configurations.
stuff. Yeah,
It's good.
So it will be larger.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
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 We'll fill it up.
Well, it's,
Yeah.
it's exciting. It's,
When I drive by, it's a sort of a soft color, if I recall, right?
The building,
It's
Gray.
Concrete.
it's gray,
it's just
kind of
concrete.
brutalist.
It's not very
Outside.
sacred
Awesome.
looking.
I think it's
It's like a
perfect.
70s thing,
It is
synagogue.
Not gonna get changed, or it's gonna be the color, it's gonna stay?
Well,
The
you're
outside-
talking about the rust-colored stuff on the top and the brown,
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm trying to remember exactly how.
It's just
Yeah.
very little bit of light
It's just-
brown, or
yeah.
rust, kind of a rust color.
It's,
Yeah,
yeah,
there's a lot of it
It's,
that's a natural concrete split face block. And
You
that's
wouldn't
gonna stay.
expect this
So towards
inside
smoking.
from the
Yeah.
outside necessarily.
shall we say it's
No,
sedate?
not
Maybe
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
just fine.
but I do
Yeah.
think about what
can
does
do that,
make a sacred space, and
near
you
the
know,
center
how
for the
can it
art.
be both
Yeah, big
calming and
field. On that same
uplifting
street?
and inspirational and
Past
all,
the center.
all
I
of
think
that.
it's interesting how many elements of nature are brought in that we were just talking about. But like that's what we are striving for in a sacred space, is actually to feel like we're in this aspen grove or in the forest or under a cloud. And I think that it's
Yeah.
beautiful how you've captured that.
Shannon gets credit for that, for the mural.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's halfway done,
Mm.
almost.
Wow.
Yeah.
And are these the actual colors?
Those are photographs of the prototype of the half size.
I have
ones.
some colors, pictures of
Yeah.
that. They're not quite so red.
Yeah, yeah, right. Those aren't accurate, and it's kind of
They look more like trees.
yeah, It's that's not a perfect rendition there, but it's pretty good.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you.
On page 31. Yehi ulatzon immefi v'hegyon libi lefanecha Yehi ulatzon immefi v'hegyon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri vegoani Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri vegoani. The Mourner's Cottage is on page 44.
Is there anyone here who's observing Yortzeit for a family member? Or wants to say Kaddish in honor of someone who has passed that comes to your mind now? Anybody? Carl? No? Otherwise, we can stand and say the Mourner's Kaddish in honor of some people that we've lost in our community recently.
I'd like to mention my
Yes.
father, Burton Grossman.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay.
My father, Stanford Falls yard site is in a couple of weeks,
Okay.
so
Good.
not sure if I'll be
Right.
at service then.
And it's an honor to recite Yortzeit for those we have lost, because it's a sign that we are still connected to them, even though they're no longer with us here. We are spiritually still connected, and so we rise to say the Kaddish in their honor, and we remember that they touched our lives and continue to touch our lives, even though they are no longer with us. So we should say,
Deborah,
Yes.
let's remember the women who were lost in the ski accident.
oh, thank you, Mary.
That's
Yes, that's a terrible tragedy.
our-
Yes, a terrible tragedy. Thank you, Mary. And of course, all of those who've been lost this week in all of the senseless wars that are still continuing in so many parts of the world today. Yiskadash Shemei Rabbah, B'Yalmod Yivroch Harutei, V'Yamlich Malchutei, V'Chayechon, V'Yomechon, V'Chaye Dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agola, V'Zman Koriv, V'Yimru Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mavarach, V'Yalam Umei Umayah. Yisparach, V'Yishtabach, Yisparar, V'Yisramam, V'Yisnaseh, V'Yitadar, V'Yitalel, V'Talo, Shemei Dekudisho, B'Richu. Lielo min kol birchato v'shirato, tushbachato v'nechemoto, damiron b'almo v'imru omein. Yehei shalomo rabbo min shemaya, v'chayim oleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru omein. Oseh shalom b'mramo, hu ya'aseh shalom oleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru omein.
Shalom Bimrama Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'yakol Yisrael Ve'imru Amen Oseh Shalom Bimrama Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu Kol Yisrael, V'imru Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol
Time for holy announcements.
Holy announcements.
Holy announcements. Oh.
Yeah, we're sure, Carl.
Shabbat Shalom,
There you go,
everyone. We have our first ever baked potato bar.
Sacred potatoes.
Sacred holy potato bar.
Do you want to leave the kids?
Vegetarian, so there's different stations. We have Greek, traditional butter and chives, and Mexican toppings, and just help yourself. And let's see, Torah study tomorrow. Josh Carl is going to be handling Torah study, 10 a.m. on Zoom. You go to our website for that. And Passover tickets are on sale.
Oh, thank you.
Also on our
This
website,
wine?
which is
Thank you.
Wednesday, April 1st. Then Purim.
Yeah.
Purim, ping pong Purim.
Nice
March
alliteration.
2nd, Monday, March
is.
2nd. At Ping Pod Jackson Hole.
Do you know what
Tickets
that
very
is?
cheap, either donation or $5. Tickets are on sale on our website, 5:30 to 7:30. We're gonna do
Do you
door
have to wear
prize.
costumes?
Costumes, pizza, Megillah reading parade,
Commentation.
yeah, all kinds of stuff, yeah. And ping pong, the instruction, they're gonna have 4 tables, and the guys there are gonna teach anyone who wants to learn how to play, and we'll have games, you know. And then on March 10th, we have a very special evening with Elisha Wiesel, Elie Wiesel's son. And he will be speaking at the Jacksonville Conference Center.
I'll just do the
It's free, but it's ticketed, it will sell
not the
out.
Bahia,
So go to our
I'll
website and
just
get
do
those
the
tickets.
main one.
Anything else, guys? I have juice, who needs some juice?
All right. Does everybody have something to hold up that's
You have
related to a
some?
grape?
Have a juice.
Let me
I
start.
did give you one, it's right there.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei bri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotov v'rotzav ahanu Shabbat kodsho v'yahachol rotzo hinchilonu zikaron l'maaseh bereshit Ki hu yom tefillah l'rikei kodesh zecher l'tziyah mitzrayim Ki manu v'charta v'yotanu hidashta mikol ha'amim V'shabbat kodsho v'yavav uvratzon hinchautanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
Please get help with the challah.
Doing, slugging those down and helping the challah.
Let's all get connected to the challah.
Okay.
You know how to do this one.
I guess we'll just go around the table here.
Yeah,
Okay.
connect to the hall.
Wait, we gotta be connected.
You can just touch the button. You were right there.
We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our grateful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
No, stop.
Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you, Larry. That was fun. Yeah. These are just wonderful.
They're beautiful.
So basically,
I think we just throw them out. Yeah.
And the dimensions.
There we go.
Brad, did you pour, this is juice, right?
It is juice.
Good. Thank you.